Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. No, this is no clickbait. What you can see in the title and the thumbnail, this is actually what is technically backed up by the Elliott wave method, the Elliott wave count. I want to show you what I think is next for the Solana price, and then from there, what is going to happen next in my view. So as you know, we are currently in this correction here. We did not get to the previously high anticipated level. That was my primary scenario, that we would come higher here and then come down. But it seems like we started this correction earlier. But anyway, this was the final target anyway in here in this yellow target area. So my primary expectation was actually that we come up higher above $300 before we then correct deeply. But yeah, as you see, we dropped below the $178 level. That was for me that level from which I definitely become, well, sort of bearish, or at least understand that we will get into this area. This is what I now expect coming into this area, and I'll get to that in a minute. Now that we broke basically below $178, that was below that wave one here. As we broke below the wave one, this invalidated the bullish scenario, or the immediate bullish scenario. To be honest, both would have led to the same situation, that we end in this target area. That target area is sitting between the 0.786 and the 0.5 fib level, between $57 and $130. Somewhere in here, I expect the wave 2 to be completed. So you've got a wave 1 up here, so basically also a wave 5, but a wave 5, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern to the upside was part of a larger wave 1. So if we go down here, then this would be the wave 2. So you move up in a wave 1, you come down in a wave 2 as per the Elliott wave method, and then you move up in a wave 3. That is then next. So basically what that means, I expect the price to be heading now in this wave 2 target area. And I showed you that area, well, been showing that to you for weeks now. The only thing that didn't work out is that we went a little bit higher before we went down. But in both scenarios that I showed you, was that we would come into this area. So either I said to you, either straight away into this target area, if we break below $178, that will invalidate the immediate bullish scenario. That happened. And again, the other scenario was to go above $300 and then move down here. Now we are now currently moving into this area very clearly with full steam ahead. There is only basically one EMA here, one daily EMA that is providing support. That is the 144-day EMA that is also at $144. So from here, I think there will be a bounce off probably to the upside, and then we will come down at some point here into this area. Don't expect this to happen just in a straight line. This will be a bumpy ride as always. It was already a bumpy ride, you know, ups and downs here. So just because we suddenly start to move up doesn't mean that invalidates this pattern here. I still think we're going to get into this area, as I expect further sell-offs for the entire crypto market. I would actually say, you know, there are various levels here. So $130 is of course the first level. I don't think we're going to stop there. To be honest, I think we're going to go in deeper, at least $100 I would say. And the last level where I would expect us to get to is $57. So if we get to $57, you know, this would be the 0.786 fib level. That would indicate from $570 to the next target level, which I've got above $600 actually. That would be a 10x. A 10x, but I would say we will even see higher levels than just that. So looking at that, what you can expect from here is we've got the fibs here of that wave 1, the larger wave 1, right? You have these fibs, you come down in a wave 2, you start up from here. So the target for that wave 3, so basically you move it up in a wave 1, here we did come to $260, you come down in a wave 2, and then you start in larger wave 3. The wave 3 is an extended wave, it's normally the longest wave, normally would get to the 1.618 level at least, but I would expect certainly the 200% to be reached, maybe even the 2.618, and this is here $517 or even $676. That is definitely a 10x if we get to the level of around $57. I think we can get to 57. I think, you know, even if we stop at $100, that is the 0.618 fib level. That is the most important fib level. At least then it would still be a 5 to 6x. But I think we might actually, the way we come down here, and given what other cryptos are doing, because as you know, with Cardano, for example, Cardano is moving also in a wave 2. Cardano is coming down to the 0.887 fib level, right? So Solana is just in a different wave pattern than Cardano is. Solana is doing now what Cardano has been doing since August or September actually. It is correcting down in a wave 2. So Solana is doing the same. It's correcting down in a wave 2. The wave 2 is coming down quite far, yeah. It is normally coming down quite far, and many altcoins actually come down to the 0.887 fib level. That would indicate for Solana a price of $31. Now I don't think Solana necessarily has to come down to that level. This is the ideal target level, and even though people might think we are not going to do that, this could become quite a long correction, honestly. This could be a lot of sideways movement and then coming down eventually. This could drag into January, February, March possibly. From then on though, I would expect that turnaround here and then much higher levels in a wave 3 to at least the 1.618, but that's the absolute minimum. I would think that we definitely can do to 200%, or even 2.618 would not be unusual in a wave 3 for, especially for altcoins. And then you add a little bit of hype to that, and then there you go. So that is my expectation after we come into the target area here. I've got buy orders set at all of these 3 levels here, 3 fib levels, but also, you know, in the end, it will not matter much. Did I buy at 130, at 100, or at 55, you know, something like that. If we get to $550, you know, I try to buy here. I don't want to buy necessarily then, you know, so towards the end of wave 4, but even that towards the end of wave 3. But even if I buy at $300 at the point, then wouldn't be a massive problem, because if you go to that wave 3, what you can then expect is another wave 4 correction and a wave 5 to the upside that will push the price even higher. So this is only the beginning of the cycle pretty much. We just have to be a bit more patient until that wave 2 is finished, and then we get into the wave 3, the wave 4 and the wave 5. That could all play out throughout next year and maybe even 2023. But I think wave 3 should be completed, in my view. You know, those patterns, Elliott waves, do not give us a time frame, but a wave 3, if I look at how long it took for wave 1 to develop, I think next year we should see the wave 3. So next year we should see prices above $500. Certainly, that's my expectation. Would be a 10x certainly from this $57 level. I think we can certainly get there, and that is my expectation for Solana, and all based on actual wave counts and technical analysis, not any moon hype. No, I think this is what we are seeing. And then looking at the generally, you know, is it really realistic that we come down that much? Well, let's take a look here at the MACD. The MACD on the daily is not slowing down at all. We are in free falling here, you know, and as long as the MACD on the daily does not show a slowing momentum, I don't see why we should slow down here. So, or why we should see a turnaround here. So this indicates further price drops on the daily chart. On the weekly, oh yeah, I need to go to another, I think here on Coinbase we don't have the chart history, so let me just go to see if we have it on FTX. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Here on the weekly, that's where it gets really interesting for Solana. I mean, look at the weekly MACD. We've only just started to cross to the downside. I think we can fall quite a lot. So these are, in my view, by no means low prices for Solana yet. We're going to see much lower prices. This is also why I'm very, very careful at the moment with buying Solana at all. So I'm actually thinking about, should I really, maybe I take out the $130 level buy order. Looking at this weekly MACD really indicates much lower prices. But on the other hand, looking long term, possibly 130 is where I'm going to still leave my buy order, dollar cost averaging in at key fib levels, because there's always these small chance, or always a chance that this TA gets invalidated by something that happens, you know, they shift, and there's a shift in the sentiment of psychology of people, and then you see it suddenly go up. So I still don't want to miss out even at these prices, fully aware that we are going to drop further with most likelihood, but nothing is guaranteed in these markets. Elliott waves work very well in my experience for cryptos. but not 100%. Nothing works 100%. But yeah, this is what I expect for Solana. I think that's good news for every Cardano, for every Solana holder. Just a bit more patience, I think, and that'll look good. You know, I think we're on the right way, as predicted or as expected. We're going down now, and then I would expect a turnaround there. But don't be surprised if we go all the way down. I did learn that now with Cardano as well, that Cardano dropped much lower than expected, moved much lower into this target area, and to be honest, we could even extend it here to the 0.887. That is where Cardano is at the moment, at this 0.887 fib level. Now that would be quite a lot down. I don't expect it to go down that far. I would say probably here around $100 or $57 we should find major support and then turn around there. Alright, so hopefully you liked the update video about Solana. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.